Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what are you addicted to that is perfectly legal? Buying video games and never playing them. Steam thanks you for your service. There's an item on your wishlist that's on sale for a penny. Buy it now so you can put off playing it until 2045. My computer. I get the same anxiety checking my screen time app as I do my bank account. Screen time app. Honestly, the entire idea of monitoring screen time is recent nonsense created by our weird modern culture of looking for ways to make people feel bad about bullshit they never cared about before. I grew up with computers, the internet, PC gaming, content production etc. starting from the 80s, all through the IITs, studied it in school, and I'm now 14 years into my IT career. My screen time is probably off the charts compared to most people, but what does it matter if it enabled me to build a good life for myself and have hobbies I genuinely enjoy? In fact, it's my screen time that directly enabled me to have a healthy social life, travel the world and experience life in a way I wouldn't be able to if I didn't have the job I have. As long as you feel happy, fulfilled and productive, don't let these new terms and stupid ideas our society makes up give you anxiety and dictate your life, because all that matters is what works for you. Staying up late to enjoy the peace and quiet that comes at 1 a.m. I just read a term for the detrimental version of this recently. Revenge bedtime procrastination. It is especially seen when a person feels they do not get personal time or have lack of control in their life. Have lack of control of their life. Okay, listen here, buddy, I don't come on Reddit to get personally attacked like this. Going back to sleep after I wake up. Turning off your alarm and then laying back down is a very dangerous game. There's nothing that incites panic quite like realizing you fell back asleep. Yes, this shit is ruining my self-esteem and life. Laying around and never getting anything done. My dream is to be horizontal most of the time. I believe you are referring to death. Procrastination. We will surely beat it one day. Maybe I'll try next week. It's the most perfect day to start any job tomorrow. Most marvelous day that was ever invented. Why, there's absolutely nothing a man can't do tomorrow. Caffeine. Me too. The only substance I am addicted to. I thought I could quit caffeine cold turkey. Nope. Day 3, I had the worst headache in my life. Never knew how physically dependent I was on caffeine. Sugar. Whenever mates went for a smoke break, I had my Haribo break. I imagine you just pulling out a pack of Haribos at a point when many people might pull out a cigarette. Winding down at a bar. Waiting on a bus. Trying to look cool. Just had sex. Coke and instant ramen. Edit, Coca-Cola. How's prison life treating you? Gotta get that peak beef ramen. This could be interpreted two ways. Only one is legal. Edit, in most of the world cocaine is definitely illegal. Interesting to hear about the places that it's not. Using cotton swabs in ear. I know it pushes earwax in deeper, but damn it feels good. Ever use one of those ear rinse squeeze ball things? They are about $5 at the pharmacy. You fill it with warm water and squeeze and it flushes out your ear. As a fellow cotton swab addict, I'd suggest about 10 flushes in each side and you might be shocked and awed by what comes out. Edit, https://www.amazon.ca. That's what I use, sorry, more than I remembered, but looks like others are posting kits that are a little more advanced. I might have to level up. Edit 2, a couple points people keep asking. The water should be quite warm, but not hot. You could keep warming it up each successive rinse, but definitely don't start with cold water. Also, don't squeeze crazy hard, same thing as with the temp, start gently and ramp it up. I don't jam the end of it in too far either. Use the first couple attempts to dial all these things in a bit, starting by erring on the side of caution. If you're hesitant, or unsure because of different ear issues, maybe go in and ask an expert to do it for you. At least then you'll have a better idea how it all feels. Edit 3, that's not an affiliate link. I've had a few people comment and message about it. I just searched for the product on Amazon and copy/pasted one of the first links that showed what I use. But does it feel as good? The reason I like swabs is not as much for the feeling of being clean as much it is for the glorious sensation. Something to do with vagus nerve, maybe. All I know is that it's like halfway to an orgasm. I joke that I heard so much shit growing up that my G-spot got confused and migrated to my ear instead of my ass. Alcohol. I'm a functioning alcoholic. Help me please. Edit. After reading a lot of these, I've decided to check out a few resources. Biggest issue I have is I just have no enjoyment of things without it. Thanks for tips I've been sent. Check out Smart Recovery if you aren't a fan of the AA approach. Fuck me, I actually had to scroll down past popcorn to see this answer. I hear you man, currently drowning my sorrows right now. I've tried pretty much every drug that isn't regularly injected and alcohol is by far the one I yearn for. I can do a week or two but then I'm back suckling on a bottle. Maybe we'll make it one day. Look after yourself man, I hope things turn around. X. Takeaway delivery. To the point that I'm angry while choosing my order and eating it. I think I have a genuine problem. Edit to address some common themes. Takeaway delivery is not oxymoronic in my dialect. It's a perfectly common phrase meaning a takeaway meal that has instead been delivered. In British dialect, a takeaway refers to the type of eatery, not necessarily the manner in which you receive the food. In my particular circumstance, I'm referring to weekday lunches. I already get a combination of HelloFresh and groceries for dinner, and I'm a perfectly good cook. I appreciate the suggestions, but any suggesting I simply learn to cook are pretty moot at this point. I've become aware this sounds a lot like binge eating disorder. I'll be looking into it and getting professional help if I need to. Quite a few people have indicated they'd like a subreddit for group support for this kind of issue. I find it really hard to believe that one doesn't already exist, but if I can't find one, I'll make one and invite those who have indicated interest. Thank you for all the kind, genuinely useful and heartwarming comments. It's nice to know I'm not alone and not destined to live like this forever. The shitty thing is it's not even that good. I feel like 80% of the time I order food delivery, it's not nearly as good as I was expecting. Temperature's weird, soggy, shaken up, or just makes you feel disgusting because you're eating it on your couch instead of in a restaurant. It's always underwhelming. Edit. One more massive dowside that I hate is the amount of plastic waste that you always have when you order takeout. It's one thing if you're ordering fast food and it's just in a bag, but if you order from an actual restaurant, they're likely going to package your food in those single-use plastic containers. It just feels so wasteful to throw all that away. I know you can reuse them, but I already have an entire cabinet full of mismatched Tupperware, as I'm sure everyone else does. Yup. It's almost like the disappointment of the meal compounds the disappointment in myself. Eating takeaways. God, the horrible taste you get after having ordered from a restaurant or two for weeks is traumatic, yet I can't really stop. I never lived in a country where takeout food was crazy expensive, so I always wonder how anyone can afford this. Is it an American thing? Because even with a decent salary where I live you'd be wasting tons of money every month by ordering takeout. Also, given that I need quite a bit to be full, so small portions like you get from restaurants often don't really cut it. Pringle. One solitary Pringle. Once he pops the fun does stop. Beatsaber. I'm a 44-year-old dad. On my second game ever I almost scored a perfect on a hard level, missing only 3 blocks. I've been hooked ever since. I've been mock sword fighting with a refair group since I was a teen, so I think that might have something to do with it. The phrase I've been hearing a lot is fitness is the killer app for VR. What's crazy is the demographics. The CEO of the supernatural VR app, I think it's beatsaber vibes but more fitness focused, was on a podcast recently, Decoder, and he mentioned over 60% of their users are over 40. That's a wildly different kind of growth than what new tech is used to. Chocolate. Cola. Runaway Patrick. My phone. Anyone else feel ashamed when they get their weekly screen time report? I always think that I can stop using it whenever I want, but my muscle memory keeps urging me to pick up my phone after 5 minutes. Let me check a document. Opens phone. Closes phone. Oops, forget to check the document itself. Opens phone. Chapstick. Edit. In case anyone is interested, I don't use Chapstick the brand but LYPSYL cause it's cheap and Vaseline at home cause it's bomb. Chapstick the brand sucks and dries your lips out, I just don't know what other general term you'd use for the stuff. Edit 2, lip balm is the term I'm looking for. Thanks guys lol, it's been a long day /week/year/life. Are you my daughter? Every Christmas I fill her stocking with around 30 tubes of whatever brand she prefers right then, and by November she's out. I even got her little keychain chapstick holders last year since she had her own car keys finally. How many extra tubes do you think it would take to tide her over for that last month? That must be aggravating, having the yearly supply run out right before you refill it. I too was a slave to big chapstick. I eventually got off of it, and after a few weeks of dried lips, they came to heal themselves, and apart from extreme circumstances I never touch the stuff. Same here. I was using it constantly. Since I've stopped I never need it.